Hi everyone, so today we'll be going through a brand new set of new polling data that we've been getting in recent weeks, in recent days actually. So we have a lot of polling data to get to, so I'll only spend a little bit of time talking about each individual poll. So firstly from Alaska, this one from Change Research. This is the one done if Joe Biden does not end up running, so we have Bernie Sanders at 27% leading the pack, Beto O'Rourke at 17%, Kamala Harris at 16%, Cory Booker at 14%, Elizabeth Warren at 12%, Pete Buttigieg at 4%, Amy Klobuchar at 2%, Hickenlooper at 1%, Yang at 1%, Castro at 1%, Gabbard at 1%, Gillibrand at 1%, Inslee at 1%, Delaney at 1%, Marianne Williamson at 0%, and Wayne Messam at 0%. But then if we do in fact include Joe Biden into the mix, this actually really surprised me since Sanders absolutely blew out Hillary Clinton in the 2016 primaries. But we can actually see Joe Biden. That's good news for him, even though as of right now, the news cycle is not being very favorable towards him with all of the scandals that he's going through right now. But Joe Biden leading the pack at 42%, Bernie Sanders way down at 13%, Kamala Harris at 12%, Beto O'Rourke at 10%, Booker at 9%, Warren at 6%, Buttigieg at 3%, Klobuchar at 1%, Yang 1%, and then the rest up until Castro and Moulton all at 1%, and then Gabbard, Inslee, Gillibrand, Hickenlooper, de Blasio, Wayne Messam, Eric Swalwell, Steve Bullock, Andrew Cuomo, John Delaney, Michael Bennet, and Marianne Williamson all at 0%. And so now we're going to go through a morning consult poll that we have. So the Democratic primary, we can actually see Joe Biden doing quite well here. He is stagnant, and then Bernie Sanders dropping by 2%. We can actually see Pete Buttigieg doing quite well. I do still think that Iowa poll done by Emerson with him at 11% was a bit of an outlier, but we can still see his steady rise in the national polling. Now, in the Democratic primary voters in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and Nevada, a lot more changes here. Joe Biden going down by 1, Bernie Sanders going down by 1, Kamala Harris up by 1, Elizabeth Warren up by 1, Beto O'Rourke up by 2, Cory Booker down by 2. All the rest have stayed stagnant except for, I believe that's Jay Inslee going up by 1, Tulsi Gabbard staying at 0% there. So now looking at the favorable ratings of these different candidates. So we're going to just go through that right now. Sorry, just 1 second. So we can see that Bernie Sanders currently has a pretty big favorable rating, but not as big as Joe Biden's. We can see they're both at 98% name recognition. Elizabeth Warren close behind at 87%, Kamala Harris at 79%, Beto O'Rourke at 77%, Cory Booker at 76%, and then you can keep going down the list with those name IDs. Okay, so who's leading the Democratic primary with name IDs? O'Rourke, Hickenlooper, and Inslee have seen an increase in name ID, and then Buttigieg also doing quite well. So we're not going to go through the GOP primary because, what's the point of doing that? But yeah, so morning consult we did. Okay, so there's a lot of general election pollings now coming out of the Rust Belt from Firehouse Strategies / Optimus. I haven't really heard of that name before, so I wouldn't put too much weight into these polls. But Trump leading by 7 over O'Rourke in Pennsylvania. Even with Sanders in Pennsylvania, Biden leading by 7 in Pennsylvania. Trump leading by 9 in Michigan. Trump leading by 1 in Michigan, 1 in Michigan. And then actually in Wisconsin, he has the largest lead. The Democrats have their largest lead. O'Rourke leading by 3, Sanders leading by 7, Biden leading by 13 percentage points. So next we're going to go over some other new polls. So we have a lot of polls from this day. So I'm not going to go through this poll because I've never heard of this pollster, so I'm not going to go through it, but Quinnipiac University is pretty trustworthy. There's a new Pennsylvania Democratic primary poll where we can see Biden leading the pack. No surprise there, it's his home state. Biden at 29, Sanders at 19, O'Rourke at 12, Harris at 8, and then it drops off from there. Another Pennsylvania poll from Harris Interactive showing Joe Biden with a lead 26% to 18%. I believe this one actually included Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton actually doing a bit better than I would expect from some of these polls. And then Joe Biden leading by a bit more when Clinton is not included. And then there's a new poll from Emerson. Joe Biden at 39%, Sanders at 20, Warren at 11, Buttigieg and O'Rourke dropping off there. Pennsylvania, we can see O'Rourke up 2 in Pennsylvania, Harris up 1, Sanders up 9, Biden plus 10, Warren up 5. So Biden and Sanders both leading Trump by 9 and by 10 respectively. I believe that actually might be a mistake. Let me actually look in the poll itself, because on 538 it's showing 55 to 45, but then here it's saying that. So looking at this one, general election matchups. Yeah, so Biden and Sanders are actually even in the general election matchups. So I have no idea. That must be a mistake there from 538. But Harris leading by 1, O'Rourke leading by 2. In Oregon, Bernie Sanders up by 1 in Oregon by Zogby Interactive, JZ Analytics. And then in nationwide polling, Biden leading by 5 by Rasmussen. Keep going. We're going to keep going up. These Nevada polls really surprised me. So Biden leading by 4 in a Nevada primary. I would expect actually Kamala Harris and Beto O'Rourke to be doing a bit better, given the demographics in those states that would favor them, and also how Kamala Harris and Beto O'Rourke both have home states quite close to the state of Nevada with similar demographics. But Joe Biden leading at 26%, Bernie Sanders at 23%. But these Nevada polls really struck me. So one thing to keep in mind is that Nevada polls have been wrong a lot of the time. So in 2016, they were wrong. They predicted Trump would win, but actually Hillary Clinton ended up winning. And in 2018, they predicted a Republican Senate victory and a Republican governor victory. I believe in the governor. I might be wrong on the governor's race, but overall, polling in Nevada consistently overestimates Republicans and underestimates Democrats. So, but it's still a warning sign for Democrats in Nevada. I mean, if they're not able to hold on to Nevada, it's not really a great sign for them going forward. Just a few more polls to keep going through. So we have a bunch of polls coming through from Public Policy Polling. Okay, so let's go through. Warren leading by 6, Sanders by 8, O'Rourke up 6, Harris up 7, Gillibrand up 6, Booker up 7, Buttigieg up 4, and Biden up 13 in a general election. One thing to keep in mind with public policy polling is that it does generally lean Democratic. So yes, so that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I know I've really needed to rush through a lot of these. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Let me just refresh to see if there's any new polls. No, there is not. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Comment down your suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.